Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Funda family. In this video, I will solve 4 interesting questions based on DTFT. Before I start with my solution, I want you to try those questions first. Later you can check for the solution in this video itself. So this is question number 1. Freeze the video and try it by your own. This is question number 2. Freeze the video and try it by your own. This is third question. And this is last question of this video. I hope you might have tried all those questions. Now let me explain solution of question number 1. See here in question 1, we need to identify DTFT of signal x of n. Here we have arrow means at this location we have n is equals to 0, then we have n is equals to 1, then we have n is equals to 2, and then we have n is equals to 3. So that is how in total 4 elements are there with discrete signal x of n. We need to identify DTFT of this signal. One should know the basic equation of DTFT. See, DTFT of x of n, that is e to the power j omega, that is summation where n is ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of n into e to the power minus j omega n. Now here, if you carefully observe, see we have n that is ranging from 0 to 3, elsewhere this x of n is 0. So technically here small n is ranging from 0 to 3 and we need to substitute x of n for the value of small n, right? So here see x of n that is 1 at n is equals to 0. So x of n is 1 into e to the power minus j omega n where n is 0. Then summation is there. See at n is equals to 1 we have 2. So here we have 2 into e to the power minus j omega and small n is 1 over here, right? Then for n is equals to 2, here x of n is 1. So here we have 1 into e to the power minus j omega and n is equals to 2. Then for n is equals to 3 we have 2. So x of n is 2 into e to the power minus j omega and small n is equals to 3. So here see e to the power 0, that is 1 only. Then we have 2 into e to the power minus j omega. Then we have 1 into e to the power minus j2 omega. And then we have plus 2 into e to the power minus j omega 3. Right. So that is how we can identify DTFT. Now you need to understand question number 2. See here in question 2, we need to identify DTFT of given signal where x of n, that is capital A, for small n is there in between 0 to L. Elsewhere it is 0. Right. So here again what I'll do is I'll be using DTFT equation. So x of e to the power j omega, that is DTFT of x of n, where equation is summation where n is ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of n into e to the power minus j omega n. Now here if you observe this small n that is ranging from 0 to capital L. So here summation is there from n is equals to 0 to capital L, elsewhere x of n is 0. So here for n is there from 0 to L, x of n is capital A. So here I'll be writing capital A into e to the power minus j omega n. See here capital A, that is constant. So here we have summation where n is ranging from 0 to L, e to the power minus j omega n. Now you need to understand this algebraic addition. Let me explain that. See, for addition of series, for summation where n is ranging from 0 to k, a to the power n, that is 1 minus a to the power k plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. See, this is what we have for addition of series. So here, instead of a, we have e to the power minus j omega, right? So based on that, you can understand this. Here capital A, that is constant, and then 1 minus, instead of a, here we have e to the power minus j omega, and instead of k, here we have capital L. So here we should be having L plus 1, and in denominator we have 1 minus a, where a is e to the power minus j omega, right? So that is how simply one can solve questions based on DTFT, but one should know this calculation, right? So do practice along with me. You can easily understand all those calculations. Now let me explain question number 3. See, here in question 3, I need to explain you time shifting property of DTFT. So first of all, you need to understand what is time shifting property. After that, I'll prove it. So here, if I say we have signal x of n, and for this signal, if you identify DTFT, let us say that is x of e to the power j omega. Then for time shifting, if you have x of n minus n naught, then here DTFT, that will be e to the power minus j omega n naught into x of e to the power j omega, right? So this is what time shifting property. It is similar to the property which we have seen it for Z transform. Here also we need to apply same rule. Now I'll prove this property. So first of all, let me note down the equation for DTFT where we have signal x of n. So if you talk about x of e to the power j omega, that is DTFT of x of n, then that has to be summation where n is ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of n into e to the power minus j omega n, right? Now what I'll do is I'll apply DTFT to x of n minus n naught. So if you apply DTFT to x of n minus n naught, then that will be summation where small n is ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of n minus n naught into e to the power minus j omega n, right? Now with this equation, I want over here as per x of n. Likewise, if I have n minus n naught is equals to m, then I can have similar equation, right? So here, now what I'll do is, I'll take n minus n naught, that is equals to m. In that situation, now I can modify this equation. So now, instead of small n ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity, now this small m will range from minus infinity to plus infinity, and here we will be having x of m and e to the power minus j omega, and instead of n you'll have to substitute m plus n naught, right? Now let us simplify this. Now you see here e to the power minus j omega m, if you have this over here, then e to the power minus j omega n naught, that is what you'll have to multiply with this, right? So here you will be having summation where m is ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of m into e to the power minus j omega m into e to the power minus j omega n naught. And remember, see this term, that is constant. N naught is constant. Only m is ranging now, right? And over here we are talking about shifting. So this n naught, that is constant. So this term that you can take out, that is e to the power minus j omega n naught. And if you talk about this much summation, so that is what? X of e to the power j omega as per the definition of DTFT. So this is what DTFT of x of n. So you can say this is x of e to the power j omega. Right. That is this only instead of n. Now here we have m. Otherwise everything is same. So that is how one can prove time shifting property. It is similar to Z transform. Right. Now let me explain last problem of this video. Now see here in last problem, we need to identify impulse response using DTFT for stable LTI system represented by the difference equation. So here we have difference equation. And for this difference equation, we need impulse response. First of all, one should know what is impulse response. See, impulse response means h of n. And what is h of n? That is y of n divided by x of n. Right. So here what I'll do is I'll be applying DTFT to this. After that, I'll get y of e to the power j omega divided by x of e to the power j omega. And then I'll apply inverse DTFT to that result and I'll get h of n. Right. So here, first of all, let us apply DTFT to this given difference equation. If you apply DTFT to this, then y of n DTFT will be y of e to the power j omega. Then here we have minus half, that is constant. Here y of n minus 1, that is there with us. If you apply time shifting property, then here we will be having e to the power minus j omega into y of e to the power j omega. Right. This time shifting property that I have just explained right now. Right. Now here we have x of n. So DTFT will be x of e to the power j omega. Then here we have minus 1 by 4 constant. Again here we have time shifting property. So e to the power minus j omega into x of e to the power j omega. Right. So now what I want h of n. So that I'll get from h of e to the power j omega. And one should know what is h of e to the power j omega. That is output y of e to the power j omega divided by input x of e to the power j omega. So see, from this term you can take y of e to the power j omega common. And from this term you can take x of e to the power j omega common. So here you will get ratio of y of e to the power j omega divided by x of e to the power j omega. Right. So see, in numerator we will be having 1 minus 1 by 4 into e to the power minus j omega from this term, where we are taking x of e to the power j omega common. And in denominator, if you take y of e to the power j omega common, then here we will be having 1 minus half e to the power minus j omega. Now we need to understand this. See, one cannot solve this problem directly. Here we need to simplify this. So h of e to the power j omega, that I'll simplify first. So here, now what I'll do is I'll be cancelling this 1 minus half e to the power j omega with denominator, so that I'll be having only e to the power j omega term with numerator. So now see, what I'm doing is 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power j omega, that I'll be writing in numerator. So but obviously here plus 1 by 4 e to the power minus j omega, that you need to write. Right. And in denominator here we have 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power minus j omega. So here we can further simplify this. See, if you cancel out this term, then here we have 1 and then plus we have 1 by 4 and then here we have e to the power minus j omega divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power minus j omega. Now you need to understand inverse DTFT of these terms. Let me explain that. See, first of all, one should know if you have 1, then with DTFT, we have delta of n, right? So, delta of n DTFT is 1 and inverse of that will be delta of n. So, that is how it is there. Now, you need to understand how DTFT is there with this. For that, first of all, there are few equations that I'll explain over here. Like see, if you have 1 divided by 1 minus a e to the power minus j omega, then with this inverse DTFT will be a to the power n u of n, right? And if you have e to the power minus j omega divided by 1 minus a e to the power j omega, then here inverse DTFT that will be having time shifting property. See, if you multiply e to the power minus j omega with this, then there will be time shifting. So instead of n, now you will have to replace that by n minus 1. So that is how property is there, right? So now you can understand calculation for this. So here, now what I'll do is I'll apply inverse DTFT. So if you apply IDFT, then from h of e to the power j omega, now you will get h of n. See, with 1, we have delta of n. Then here we have 1 by 4, that is constant. Now here, see, we have 1 by 2. So let me write 1 by 2. See, numerator we have e to the power minus j omega. So as per time shifting, here a to the power n minus 1. So here half to the power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1, that you will have to do, right? And if you want to further simplify this, then see here we have 1 by 4. So if you take this 1 by 2 to the power 2 with this, then you can say here we have half to the power n plus 1 u of n minus 1, right? So that is how one can simply solve questions based on DTFT. Now here there are few things that you need to know. See here I have explained few equations over here, right? And those equations that you can easily remember from Z transform. So if you know Z transform, see based on Z transform, I have made complete chapter in signal and system. Around 21 videos are there, right? So in those 21 videos, I have explained properties of Z transform. I have explained equations of standard signals with Z transform, and that you will have to remember. And based on those equations of Z transform, you can understand equations of DTFT. Only thing is, with Z transform, we have Z, and with DTFT, we have e to the power j omega. If you just replace those things, then you can easily write all the equations of DTFT with Z transform. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'll solve few more interesting examples based on DTFT. Thank you so much for watching this video.